Dear students of class 10, my regarded teachers, this is your first time in English. Myself, Akshya Kumar Majhi, assistant teacher of Government High School, Majhi. Today, we will discuss on the topic A Letter to God, part 2. Dear students, we have already discussed this topic on 30th June, SGP from para 1 to 7. This is an interesting story which is written by Gregorio Lopez Fuentes, the Mexican writer, to create faith in our mind. I have already told you about faith. What is faith? Dear students, faith is a substance of things. Faith is a substance of things hoped for the evidence of things. It means if there is faith, then all things are possible. That if faith can move the mountain. Here, in this topic, the poet reflects faith, taking the example of a poor farmer named Lencho, who has strong faith in his mind, who is a person of taste, and his faith how help him in his life. So, take this moral to have faith and just come to the topic on the slide to remember the last class. Look at the pictures, the flow chart, what we taught in the last class. This is the picture. In this picture, that there is a house at the top of the low hill, where one can see the river, the cornfield, that is in the second picture, Lanch's farm dotted with flowers, and in the third picture that some are working in the field, the older boys of Lancho. In the fourth picture, the smaller boys who are playing happily, and in the fifth picture that Lancho is looking towards the northeast. There is mountains of clouds in the sky, and Lencho was looking out throughout the morning, and there is the hailstones which destroyed Lencho's cornfield. Here, the boys of Lencho are collecting the hailstones, which are like the pheasant pearls that covered the cornfield completely as if salt, and his cornfield, Lencho's cornfield, totally destroyed. Here, Lencho thought that if a plague of locusts, if a plague of locusts would eat, then something may remain. But the hailstones destroyed completely the cornfields. Okay. The picture said that प्रथम picture रे देखौछि कोन जे लेंचर हाउस जाकी लो हिल रो टॉप रे सेठारु क्लियरली देखि होछि लेंचर शस्य खेत जाकी फूल रे परिपूर्ण अछि जाकी जणाउछि जे गुड हार्वेस्टिंग पाई से क्षेत्र रे से दिन जो दिन की लेंच अपेक्षा करिथिला उत्तर पूर्व आकाश को चाही तार पाचिला शस्य खेत को असराए वर्षा जलर आवश्यकता अछि सही समय रे his older boys were working in the field बड़ पिला माने खेत रे काम करूथिले एवं छोट माने बाहर खेलुथिले and his wife was cooking till then it was started raining and Lencho came out to have the pleasure of the rain on his body, but suddenly the rain changed, hailstones and the hailstones completely destroyed his crops. Now recap the lessons of what we taught in the last class, that from paragraph 1 and 2. Lencho, a farmer, a Mexican farmer. Lencho belongs to Mexico, who is living happily with his wife and children in a house which is at the top of a low hill, that is the crest of the low hill. Lencho knows his cornfields, which gives better crops for his livelihood. On that year, his cornfields were full of flowers, that is the sign of good harvest. जो पाचिला शस्य खेत पूर्ण पाचिला शस्य खेत जाकी एक भल अमलर सूचना देथिला, and that is needed a water for cornfield. तथापि से शस्य खेत एक असरा बा दुई असरा वर्षार आवश्यकता करूथिला जे शस्य गुड़िक भल भावरे बाचिबा पाई एवं भल अमल हेबा पाई. That was Lencho's origin, Lencho's दुख ता थिला, that he was eagerly waited for a patch of rain that his cornfield needed, a curtain of rain or at least a downpour. Then Lencho's prediction came true that rain began. Taro prediction, Lencho's prediction सत होइतला, वर्षा उत्तर पूर्व आकाशरु आसी जाइतला, and Lencho became happy. He came outside to have the pleasure of raindrops on his body. अति खुशी रे जतले वर्षा आरंभ होइछि, लेंचो बाहर को बाहरी जाइछि, जल फटका गुड़िक ता देहरे लगाई देहरे वर्षा जल कणिकार अनुभव नहीं से खुशी हेबा पाई चाहिछि. That then he regarded to his cornfield. जतले वर्षा होइछि लेंचो खुशी होई जाइछि. Why? ता मनरे विश्वास आसी जाइछि जे एबे निश्चित भावरे तार पाचिला शस्य खेत रे जो फूल अछि से फूल गुड़िक जल कणा बा वर्षा जलर संस्पर्श रे आसिले भल दाना भल शस्य अमल करि परिबो, उत्पादन भल करि परिबो. That's why he became happy and regarded to his cornfield. तार शस्य खेत को से मुंडिया मारिछि जे जाहाओ ए वर्ष भल अमल हेबो. This is the state of his pleasure तार खुशी रो समय but suddenly the rain changed. Suddenly the rain changed. It started blowing and the raindrops changed into hailstones. Instead of water, there was piece of ice, that is hailstones, falling from the sky. That the hailstones fell from the sky, and that hailstorm destroyed his cornfield completely. से जो आशा रखित करिथिला जे वर्षा हेबा द्वारा तार पाचिला फूल फुटिथिबा शस्य क्षेत्र पाचिला धान रे परिणत हेबो एवं से अधिक अमल करी तार परिवार पोषण करि परिबो, से स्वप्न हठात बदली गला, तार स्वप्न भांगी गला. दैट द कॉर्नफील्ड टोटली डिस्ट्रॉयड एंड दिस इज हिज weariness. He thought, what will he eat? How to survive this year without crops? बिना शस्य रे बिना खाद्य रे ये वर्षटी ताकू किपरि बंचिबा को हेबो, से किपरि ता परिवार को चलेबो, ये कथा चिंता करे से भांगी पड़िला. This was his worries. That Lencho's happiness disappeared. He became helpless. But Lencho, the simple man, the poor farmer who has strong faith in God, जी की भगवान को पूर्ण विश्वास करथिला. Lencho is a man of theist, ईश्वर विश्वासी. Theist, the person one who believes in God is a theist. Is a theist person. That is, he thinks there is God and God will help him. तार भावना रे तार विश्वास रे जे भगवान जने भलो लोक जी कि अछंती एवं तांको निकट रे सबु किछि संबल प्रचुर परिमाण रे रहिछि एवं जे कि ताको सहाय्य करिवे. Thinking this, he wrote a letter to him. He wrote a letter to God. This is the title of your topic, a letter to God. जाकि सुनिबा पई हमकु आश्चर्य लागुथिले भी से तार दृढ़ विश्वासर सहित भगवान को निकट को चिठीटी लिखिथिला. So today we will discuss whether his letter reached at God. Whether his letter reached at God. तार चिठी भगवान को निकट रे सतरे पहुंचीथिला कि. Then whether the God replied him, भगवान ताको चिठी रो उत्तर देइछन्ति कि. This is the theme we'll learn today. That open your book, paragraph 8. This is his letter to God. Paragraph 8. This is Lencho's letter to God. What he wrote in his letter. He wrote, God, if you don't help me, God, if you don't help me, my family and I will hungry this year. God, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm destroyed my cornfield completely. Then he put the letter in the envelope, and on the envelope he addressed to God. That he wrote to God on the envelope, put the letter inside, and still it is traveled, went to town at the post office. He placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. Here in this paragraph there are two new words for you, that is, one is peso. One is peso and another is troubled. Troubled and one is another is peso. Okay, so what is peso? What is peso? Peso, that is the currency of Latin American countries. Latin American countries, currency. Think the currency of our country. The currency of our country is rupee. The currency of Bangladesh, that is taka. The currency of America, that is dollar. Similarly, the currency of Latin America, that is peso. Look at the picture. This is pesos. जेपरिक आम देशर मुद्रा को आमे रुपीज बोली करी कहउचंती, से भली लैटिन अमेरिकार मुद्रा को पेसो बोली करी कहा जाए. लैटिन अमेरिकन कंट्रीज लाइक पेरू, चिली, मेक्सिको, कनाडा, अर्जेंटीना, ये सब देश गुड़ी करे मुद्रा को आमे जेपरी टंका बोली करी कहउचंती आम देश रे, सेपरी तांको देश रे को पेसो बोली करी कहा जाए. दिस इज 100 पेसो. इट इज ऑल्सो मेक्सिकन रुपी 100 peso. It is also 100 peso. These are three notes of 100 peso. And here you look the coins also. पैसा आमे जाको पैसा बोली करी कहउचंती, तांको देश रे मेक्सिको, कनाडा इत्यादि देश रे याको सेंट बोली करी कहा जाए. Just remember, while the drops of rain falling, जेते बेले वर्षा जल कणिका गुड़िक पड़ुथिला, सेते बेले लेंच खुशी रे he expressed the raindrops that 5 cent to the small raindrops and 10 cent to the big raindrops and 5 cent to the small raindrops. Okay. These are the coins of Mexico. Okay. So another word, so go through this flow chart, go through this picture which is related to this paragraph, that लेंचो जेते बेले हतोत्साहित हो पड़ी, किंतु तार स्ट्रॉन्ग विलनेस, स्ट्रॉन्ग फेथ, बिलीफ इन गॉड, तार कॉन्साइंस, विवेक ताको कही जने जी देयर इज गॉड, एंड ही स्टार्टेड writing a letter. He started writing a letter in this picture. He wrote to God. एठी ता घरे दिन राति रे से बसी करी लेखिची, चिठीटी लेखिची. देन चिठी लिखिबा परे he put the letter inside the envelope. चिठीटी लेखि सारिबा परे एनवेलप भितरे भरुची. Then In the morning, he went to the town. शहर को जाइछि. Post office ru he bought a stamp and fixed on the envelope. Post office ru stamp ti किणुछि. किणी करी envelope रे ऊपर stamp ti लगाइछि. Then he addressed to God. चिठी रो envelope ऊपर से भगवान को एड्रेस करी लिखिछि. Then he here is the mailbox, the letter box. He put the letter box. He put the letter in the letter box that he dropped into the mailbox. This is the clear picture of paragraph 8. That Lencho, the poor farmer, having strong faith in his mind, he started correspondence to God that भगवान को चिट्ठी लिखिछि. God, if you don't help me, तमे जदि मते साहाय्य न करो, I and my family go hungry this year. मु एवं मोर परिवार ए वर्ष भूखिला रहिबु. I need 100 pesos. I need 100 pesos. मु 100 टंका आवश्यक करूची. Dear students, this is the story which I had written in 1909. At that time, the value of 100 peso is much more. सेतेबेले 1919 मसीहारे 100 टंका 100 पेसर मूल्य बहुत अधिक थिला, जाकि वर्तमान से 100 टंकाटी 10,000 रु अधिक मूल्य एवं बोली अनुमान करा जाए. So Lencho needed 100 peso from God. Why? To sow his cornfield and to live until the crops began. 100 टंका 100 पेसो से भगवान को मगई थिला कोथि पई? To reap, to sow his cornfield. तार नष्ट होइथिबा शस्य क्षेत्र से पुनर्बार बीज बपन करिवो. एंड शस्य उपजिबा पर्यंत जो समय अछि से समय से एवं तार परिवार खाइबे. Here he wrote 3 things. He wrote 3 things. पिला माने आमे जितेबाला चिट्ठी बा दरखास्त लेखु 3टी कथा उपरे गुरुत्व दे 3टी पॉइंट उपरे गुरुत्व दे लिखि थाओ. भल भाव शुणा 3टी कथा उपरे गुरुत्व दे आमे चिट्ठी बा दरखास्त लिखि थाओ. प्रथम, what happened. Second point, what is happening. And third, what is need. 3टी कथा कौन घटी जाइछि एवं तार प्रभाव रे वर्तमान कौन घटी फलाफल कौन होउछि. एंड ये प्रॉब्लम को इराडिकेट करिवा पई दूरेबा पई व्हाट इज नीडेड, कौन आवश्यकता अछि. हियर लेंचो expressed also 3 things. Please be serious, students. He also wrote 3 things. First, what happened, that is, this is the first point. The hailstorm destroyed his cornfield completely. And second thing, he and his family go hungry. Third, He needed 100 pesos for sowing his field and leaving up to reaping. तीनोटी कथा पर से गुरुत्व देछि जे हेलस्टॉर्म मोर शस्य क्षेत्र को कंप्लीटली डिस्ट्रॉय करिछि, नष्ट कर देछि। तेणु फल रे मु एवं मो परिवार ए वर्ष भूकिला रहिबु। सो आई नीड 100 pesos। तेणु मु 100 peso आपन ठारू आवश्यक करूची, दया करी मते दियंतु, जो तेरे कि I will reap, I will sow my field again and will live up to harvest the new crops. New crop harvest करिबा पर्यंत मु बंचीबी, खाइबी, बंचीबी आउ खेत को मोरे बीज बपन करिबी। एथि निमंते मते 100 peso दरकार अछि। ओके, so this is about this paragraph. God had Lencho wrote a letter to God asking 100 pesos. Okay. Then come to paragraph 9. One of the employees who was a postman and also helped at the post office went to his boss, laughing heartily, and showed him the letter to God. Never in his career as a postman had he known the address. The postmaster, a fat and amiable fellow, also broke out laughing, but almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk, commented, "What faith! What faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter," starting a correspondence with God. This is a very sensitive paragraph. This is a very sensitive paragraph, that how faith comes into the mind of the postal employees, how they feel God. So Lencho रो चिट्ठी मेल बॉक्स से पकई सारी छी. Then one of the employees who was a postman, पोस्ट ऑफिस रो जने व्यक्ति पोस्टमैन डाक पियोन जाकु कहती, एंड ऑल्सो हेल्प्ड एट द पोस्ट ऑफिस, जार कार्य डाक पियोन कार्य जे कि पोस्ट ऑफिस रे सहायता करिथाय, साहाय्य करिथाय. He went to his boss after collecting the letters from the mailbox. The postman read the address to God, which was a matter of surprise. A letter containing address to God. A letter containing address to God is a surprise to the postman. Immediately he went to his boss, that is the senior-most, the superior person of the office who guides and controls the office. We called him the boss. So here in the post office, the boss is here in the post office. The boss is the postmaster. Okay, the boss is the postmaster. Means the postman collected the letter from the mailbox. When he read the address to God, he became surprised and took the letter to the postmaster with laughing. When the postmaster saw the address, he also laughed with them. पोस्टमास्टर चिठी को जेतेबेले देखिले जे गार्ड का निकट को एड्रेस रही से मध्य हसिते. Why? Because never in his career as a postman or a postmaster they had not found any letter that addressed to God. Dear students, here a quoted line you have to keep your mind that a postmaster is a fat and amiable fellow. A postmaster is a fat and amiable fellow. What kind of man was the postmaster? The postmaster was a fat man. The postmaster was a fat man and a friendly man. And a friendly. Amiable, that is friendly. The postmaster was a fat and a friendly man. He also broke out laughing, being seen the letter addressed to God. But almost immediately, his laugh disappeared and he turned serious. Immediately he became serious and tapping the letter on his desk, he commented, that is, he gave opinion. Commented means he opined, he gave opinion that what a faith of this man. I think I had the faith of the man who had written this. Seriously, postmaster चिंता करुचंती. केते विश्वास से लोकटीर भगवान के प्रति तार इते विश्वास मोर भला सेतिकी विश्वास थांता कि. This is the point of seriousness which brings silence in the post office. So now students come to the flow chart of the paragraph that here in the mailbox the postman collected the letter. Then he went to his boss. Here is sitting the postmaster. The postman is showing the letter to the postmaster, a letter which is addressed to God. Then the postmaster laughing. The postmaster was laughing and he turned to serious. He became serious. Ooh, what a faith of this man who had started correspondence with God. I wish if I had the faith. Okay, then come to paragraph 10. So, in order not to set the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea to answer the letter. But when he opened, it was evident that to answer it is needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. But he stuck to his resolution. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave a part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. rules. Here in this paragraph, we'll find that the seriousness of the postmaster and what is the after reaction. What is the action he had done while he became serious. भगवान को निकट को थिबा चिठीर रसे प्रतिक्रिया कौन देखे. Not to sack the writer's faith. Not to sack the writer's faith. Here the writer is Lencho. Lencho of faith, भगवान के प्रति थिबा विश्वास को न भांगिबा पाई. He came up. The postmaster came up. That is consideration. India Karjanti with an idea that to answer the letter. तार विश्वास को न भांगिबा पाई. लोकटीर विश्वास को न भांगिबा पाई पोस्टमास्टर डिसाइड करचंती कोन टू आंसर चिठीटीर उत्तर देबे. बट व्हेन ही ओपनड द लेटर, जेतले से चिठीटी को खोलिचंती पढिचंती जे लेंचो मागिची 100 पेसो, सेते बेले से कहिचंती इट इज needed more than goodwill and ink and paper. चिठीटीर उत्तर देबा पई goodwill, welfare and ink and paper व्यतीत something is needed. What will do? से कौन करिबो? either चिठीटी को रखी देबो किंबा चिठीर उत्तर देबो. इपरि भाबो बाबू lastly he is resoluted. He stuck to his resolution, that is formal decision or strong decision, firm decision. दृढ़ निष्पत्ति. He stick to his resolution. ता दृढ़ निष्पत्ति रे से स्थिर रहिले. Then he tried his best. The postmaster tried his best to collect the money. How he collected the money? Now he collected the money from his employees. How he collected the money? He collected the money from his employees and from his friends, and he also gave a part of his salary. तारो एम्प्लॉई मानंक ठारू, बंधु मानंक ठारू एवं निज सैलरी रु किछि एपरी से कलेक्शन करथिले on the an act of charity, that is the offer or donation or kindness. Then here the postmaster collected the money from the employees, from his several friends, and a part of his salary. He put that collected money in that envelope. Okay, then come to paragraph 18, para 11. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. Only a little more than half. सेतेबेले तापाई 100 पेसो कलेक्शन करिबा जटिल थिला. he only collected more than half. अधारु किछि अधिक परिमाण रे money से collect करि परिथिला and put that money in the envelope and addressed to Lencho and with a letter containing only a single word as a signature, that is God. It means he put two things in the letter. He decided to answer the letter to God and put two things. One is his collected money and another a paper of signature. That is God. Then he collected the money and put inside the envelope, then addressed to Lencho and from God. Okay. Now the summary that Lencho requested God to send 100 pesos for living and sowing his field. He went to the town and dropped the letter in the mailbox. The postman showed the letter to the postmaster. The postmaster became serious and wanted not to break Lencho's faith. Then he decided to send a reply. He collected a little more than half of his money, sent through the postman, and satisfied for his work and eagerly to know the feeling of the man. Postmaster खुशी से चिठी को पैसा पूर्ण चिठी को लेंच पाखको पठाइथिला. Now some multiple questions, please give answers. Although the postmaster broke out laughing, he was surprised to see. Now, dear students, please try to give the answer. Although the postmaster broke out laughing, he was surprised to see Lencho's letter to God, Lencho's faith in God, his foolishness, Lencho's blind belief. Please tell, Acharya Harier School, please try to tell. The postmaster broke out of laughing. He was surprised to see. कौन देखी postmaster? Surprised हुईथिला? Yes. Lencho's letter to God, Lencho's faith in God, his foolishness, Lencho's blind belief. Yes, tell.
Lencho's faith in God.
Yes, very good. Lencho's faith in God. Lencho's faith in God. Second, what was the postman's resolution? What was the postman's resolution? Postman कौन स्थिर करिथिले? To answer Lencho's letter, not to sack Lencho's faith in God, to collect money, to answer Lencho's letter with money. Postman कौन स्थिर करिथिले?
Sack Lencho's faith in God.
Yes, not to sack Lencho's faith in God. भगवान को परित्या विश्वास को नभांगिया पाई. What do you mean by resolution? The word resolution. Resolution means, yes, resolution means decision, a firm decision, resolution or solution. Yes?
A firm decision.
A firm decision. Yes, a firm decision, that is strong decision. Then who collected the letter of Lencho from the mailbox? Mailbox ro kiye chithi paithile prathame? The postman, the clerk, the postmaster, the postman.
The postman.
Yes, the postman.
The postman.
Then the word. Yes, yes. Thank you. The postman, right answer. Then the word peso means silver coins, new silver coins, currency of several Latin American countries or money of India. Peso means?
Currency of several Latin American countries.
Very good. Currencies of several Latin American. Then some comprehension questions. What did he write in the letter? He here Lencho. What did Lencho write in the letter? Lencho चिट्ठी रे कौन लिखिथिला?
Lencho wrote, God, if you don't help me, my family.
Yes. I and my family will go hungry, so I needed 100 pesos to sow my friend and live until the new crops come. Yes, yes. Very good, good answer. Then who dropped the letter into the letter box? Yes. Harier High School.
Lencho.
Yes. Lencho. Then Devakonpur High School. Where did Lencho go to drop the letter box? Where did Lencho go to drop the letter? Yes, to the post office in the town. Then who gave Lencho's letter to the postmaster? Lencho's चिट्ठी postmaster को किए देइथिले? Yes.
Postman.
The postman. Very good. Then what faith? I wish I had the faith. ये कथा किए कहिथिले? What a faith? I wish I had the faith. ये कथा किए कहिथिले?
Postmaster.
Yes, very good. The postmaster. Yes, very good. Then why did the postmaster want to give a reply to the letter? पोस्टमास्टर कहीं चिंता करथिले जे चिठीटीर उत्तर देबा. Why did the postmaster want to give a reply to the letter? Not to break or not to set the man's path in God. Then what did he do to send the reply to the man? Se kon karithile? Reply kariya pai se kon karthile? What did he do to send the reply?
He collected
Yes,
some
very
money
good.
to several friends and
He collected some money from his friends, from the employees, and also gave a part of his salary. How much money did he send to this letter? चिठी रे केते टंका पठाइतले से? Yes? Devkaranpur High School, how much money he sent?
more than
Yes?
more than
Half, yes, very good. A little more than half. Then, what did he write in the letter to Lencho? What did he write in the letter to Lencho? चिठी कौन लिखिथिले? पैसा पठाइथिले, लिखिथिले कौन? दुईटा जिनिस होइथिले, किछि पैसा पठाइथिले, yes? The signature of God. Only a word, that is the signature of God. Okay? So, now, so, homework for you. Write down these 3 questions and try to answer in 50 words. Please write down. What was the postmaster like? What was the postmaster like? Then what did the postmaster do in order not to sack Lencho's faith in God? Please write the questions and try to write the answers to show your teacher. Then third question, what does the expression an act of charity mean? More again and again, try to understand and write the answers of these 3 questions what I given, and we'll meet in the next class, the part 3.